Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. I'm in my office. I'm going to be a little bit quiet so nobody hears me because people are walking by. Happy Monday. I'm eating my grapefruit. I'll show you a little pop-up here. If any of you guys are OG subscribers, you know that boiled grapefruit was like my go-to years ago. Oh, my computer is finally booting up. It's taking forever. It does not like Mondays like me. Anywho, so this one has some of the sucre gold on top. If I have unsweetened coconut, I like to put that on there as well, but I don't have any that I could find, but I was in kind of a hurry this morning. Also, you could use the pure, like, harmless honey on top, but I just used the sucre gold brown sugar alternative is what I used. I brought quite a few snacks. I'll pop that up here. I don't know if I'll eat them all, but I just brought them to have in my fridge here at work all day. So I have some carrots and hummus, sugar-free Jell-O, a Dan & Light and Fit yogurt, and I felt like there was one more thing. I don't know. It'll be here on the screen. So that's all the snacks that I brought. Like I said, I may eat them all, may not. I don't even know how many calories it comes to because I didn't pre-track it. I didn't have time today. But I try to keep my snacks around 200 calories a day for all the ones that I have. So I have that. My breakfast. Oh, I have a Premier Protein. I have the cafe latte, cafe au lait, whatever it's called, a Premier Protein with 3 shots of Nespresso coffee. So I have that right here. So that is how I'm starting my day. I did my 20-minute bike ride this morning. I've done everything. I got my meal prep video posted. I have my book review videos going up on Wednesday. So I had a really, really busy weekend. I literally had an hour to get my meal prep done. I did not do it till like 5 o'clock last night. Just a really busy weekend. I had to take the dog to the groomer. I just had a lot of stuff that we had to do. We had to go take some stuff out of the garage to the landfill, a bunch of boxes. We got out of control with our recycling. So we had to take it to the recycling place there instead of like, now I'm caught up. I told my husband, okay, now every week I'm going to take the thing down to because when they pick up our trash on Fridays, they'll also pick up our recycling, but only if it fits in like this bin, and it just got out of control. And so now we got all that out of there. What else did I have to do? I don't remember. Gosh, it just feel like, I had to go to Costco, which is always like a thing in itself. Yeah, so it was just a busy weekend. Plus I got a lot of house cleaning done. I got my closet all cleaned out, which was one of my goals, was to get my closet all done. I got rid of some old shirts and stuff that my husband doesn't wear anymore from his like previous job. I did a lot of clean out stuff today, this weekend. I was gonna film a productive weekend video, but I started, but I never finished it. So I may have one of those up soon. I don't know. I'm going to try, but those are a little bit harder to film because it's just remembering to pick up the camera when I'm doing all the rest of the stuff. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and eat my grapefruit and check my emails and get on with the day. I'll see you guys at lunchtime. For lunch today, I'm having the sweet chili chicken that I meal prep. Check out my meal prep video link down below, and you can see how I made this. It is absolutely amazing, by the way. For dinner tonight, we are going to make a chicken pesto. So I'm using the Fiber Gourmet elbow pasta, some of the Classico pesto, some chicken tenders, and then this Normandy blend vegetables. So we just need a 1/4 cup of the pesto, and you're just going to mix it up really well, dice up the chicken into little dices. I did about 4 cups of the vegetables, and I'm using all of the pasta, but the pasta will cook separate. So we're gonna mix all that up, put it on a sheet pan. I'm gonna put this in the oven at 425 and cook it for about 15 minutes, give it a good stir, then put it in there for another 20 minutes until your chicken is cooked and everything is nice and crispy. I cooked up my pasta, just put it in the bottom of the bowl. I just did 2 ounces, 1 serving, and then I put my chicken and veggies on top. You guys, I am absolutely in love with pesto. It's like one of my favorite things. And this was so easy. You guys know I am a fan of sheet pan meals, one of my favorite things in the world. I finished a puzzle this night as well. There's my puzzle. That is like my stress reliever, by the way. For breakfast, actually my coffee for the day, I am doing the cinnamon swirl nut pods. I actually had these all week. I just didn't show them to you. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I have been so hectic in the mornings that I just haven't had a chance to really do any filming like I've wanted to. keeps telling me my password's incorrect. I know what my password is. What the heck? Oh, finally. Anyway, so you get my weird angle in my office. Probably not very loud intros in the morning. I have my coffee with, I used two of the, I need to get a new Nespresso because the Nespresso I have is the original, and the only pods you can buy are like the little pods. I really need to upgrade to one of the ones that uses the bigger pods, and you can actually like get pods that are like double espresso, because I'm using 2 pods every day, and I'm doing it on like the long, they call it the long draw or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so, but I'm having to use 2 every day. So I just need, I know on Amazon you can like get them and you can pay like monthly payments on it. So I may just do that and get a new one. Anyway, so I have caramel cream. I have 2 of the caramel cream pods with a caramel protein, and it is really good. Really, really good. Also brought Oikos yogurt. This is the cherry. I did not have time to do my grapefruit this morning. I have an apple and a banana, and then I do still have my sugar-free Jell-O in the fridge, and that's it. And what I'm going to do, I think at lunchtime, I'm going to bring some carrots and hummus with me at lunchtime. That way I have that in case I need like an afternoon snack or something like that. I didn't get a chance to pack everything up today. So anyway, okay, I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you the next time I have something to eat. For lunch today, I'm having my other meal prep, some red quinoa with some roasted veggies and roasted sausage. It was another sheet pan meal. For dinner tonight, I'm just having leftovers. I'm doing the leftover chicken and veggie pesto over the Fiber Gourmet noodles. This made great leftovers, by the way. Happy Wednesday. For breakfast today, I'm having a everything bagel thin with 1 egg and a slice of aged white cheddar cheese, a yogurt, and an apple. Y'all, it has been a day, so happy Wednesday. I had my doctor's appointment first thing this morning. Work has been insane. I didn't have lunch today. It has just been insane. So I'm just like scrounging up things for lunch. So I have an apple here that I'm eating, just things that are in my refrigerator. I have a yogurt. I have some carrots and some hummus. So that'll be my lunch, and then I have a Diet Pepsi. Also I have my water. You saw my breakfast this morning. That did not keep me like, actually it did keep me pretty full, because I'm just now eating and it's 1:20, so it kept me pretty full. Yeah, actually. Yeah, I did. When I'm really busy like this, I don't get very hungry. Work is insane right now. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna get back to work. I just wanted to check in and say hello. And sorry, this week has been like really repetitive meals and not as creative as I like it to be, but I'm doing my best, y'all. At least I'm staying on track and keeping track of my food. That's always just the best part. What I need to do is just stay on track. For dinner tonight, I'm going to make a Mexican lasagna using the Cut da Carb flatbreads. You can use tortillas, any sort of flatbreads you want to use. It will work just great. I just have these Cut da Carb ones on hand. First up, to make your sauce, you're going to need 1 cup of sour cream, some cilantro, a can of green chilies, some taco seasoning, and a cup of salsa. You're going to mix all that up really well, stir it up really well. Then you're going to add in some shredded chicken. So I had a rotisserie chicken I had earlier this week. I just thawed that out and I just shredded it all up, and that added that to my bowl. You want to give this a good stir, and that'll be your filling. You want to take about 1/3 of a cup of salsa, put in the bottom of your dish, then cut your flatbread down to size, put that on top, put half of the chicken on top, and then I'm also using some rice. So I put 3/4 of a cup of rice on top of the chicken. I put half a cup of black beans, a half a cup of corn on top of that, 1 cup of reduced fat shredded cheese, top of that, then another flatbread, and then just repeat your layers. So you'll have your chicken, your rice, your black beans, your corn, and your cheese all goes on top of that. This is going to go into the oven covered. So I just put it in there at 350, put it in there for 30 minutes covered, then uncovered it, put it in there for 20 more minutes, and just let the cheese get nice and melty. And this is how it looks, you guys. This was absolutely amazing. Again, use any kind of tortillas that you want. Here's my finished product, only 337 calories. You cannot beat that. It was filling and it made great leftovers the next day as well. Happy Thursday. For breakfast today, I'm going to make myself like an open-faced egg salad sandwich. So I'm just going to do 2 eggs on one of these 100-calorie multi-grain buns, adding some mayo, Dijon mustard, salt, pepper, a little bit of dill. I have a kiwi here. I did toast up the English muffin and added the egg salad on top. And then I'm having a cocoa truffle Nespresso pod. I actually have 2 of those with the cookies and cream Premier Protein. So that was my total breakfast between the 2 of these. And oh my gosh, so good and so filling. I really was craving mashed potatoes today. So I had these microwavable mashed potatoes, 4-cheese mashed potatoes in there. And I'm also going to have one of these chicken cutlets and then some of this dill pickle salad I picked up at Costco. This was such a good lunch. You guys, those mashed potatoes are really good and only 160 calories. You cannot beat that. Really, you cannot. You just add water, put it in the microwave, and you're done. Another new recipe for dinner tonight, we're going to do a pineapple chicken. So I have the chicken tenders. We're going to have pineapple juice. Oh, it takes a ton of ingredients. I will have this recipe linked down below, by the way. I did not do the chicken the same as in this recipe. They had you bread it and put it in the, and cook it up first, but I didn't want to do that. To make the sauce, you need 1 cup of pineapple juice. You need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Of course, I'm using Sucre and Gold brown sugar. You need 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm using coconut aminos per usual. You need some honey. I'm using this harmless honey, so I think that was 2 tablespoons, maybe 1 tablespoon. Again, the recipe will be down below. Apple cider vinegar. You need some of that. I think that was 2 tablespoons. A teaspoon of sriracha, which I didn't measure out. I never measure out my sriracha, but be careful. You need a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of garlic powder. You want to put that in there. Your chicken goes in your crock pot. Again, they had it cooked first, but I'm not doing that. Stir that up. Put in that juice, that pineapple juice mixture on top of the chicken. And then we're going to add in 8 ounces of crushed pineapple and 8 ounces of pineapple chunks. So you're going to put that on top. Then you're going to put this on either low or high. I did it on low because I made it at lunchtime, and it needs to be on low for 5 hours. And then you're going to take 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and add that to some water and take a whole red pepper. You can put red onion in there too, but I decided not to do that. This cornstarch water mixture is going to thicken up your sauce. So you want to put your red peppers in there, put that sauce in there, or that water and that cornstarch. Let it cook for about 30 more minutes, just on a simmer, and then you're going to get nice and thick sauce. I put mine on top of 1/2 cup of brown rice, and look at this, you guys. Amazing. I will have this recipe linked down below. Hey guys, so I am editing this video so I can get it up tomorrow, but I wanted to close it out and give you a little update on my doctor's appointment yesterday and on my weekly weigh-in. All day today I thought it was Friday, well, up until lunchtime. Which actually I was a little bit happy it wasn't Friday, because then I was thinking about all the things I had to get done at work and that I only had 4 hours left to get it done. And then I realized, wait a second, I still have tomorrow. So for once I was a little bit happy that it was Friday. Although I could just rush to get everything done and then I could have been, fine, it's Friday. No, it was Thursday. Anywho, I had my doctor's appointment yesterday, which was a 3-month follow-up to my appointment I had where my thyroid test came back really off, and my blood pressure was pretty high, which is the first time in ever that I can think about. I've always had really low blood pressure. So he wanted me to come back in 3 months and wanted me to monitor my blood pressure over the last 3 months, twice a day, which I did most of the time, but I'm really bad about doing it at night, mainly because I want to make sure I do it what I read online and what my doctor told me. Well, my doctor told me in the morning, do it before I drink any coffee or anything like that. Just do it right when I get up in the morning. But he didn't tell me anything about the night one. So I looked it up and I figured it was before I ate, because certain foods and stuff can affect your blood pressure. And that's exactly what it said. So I'm the worst about that, because as soon as I get off, I, feed my dogs their dinner. Then I start getting dinner ready and I just forget about it. Even though I have a reminder set on my phone, I don't have my phone with me usually in the evening very often. So I just completely forget about it. Anyway, but I did it for the most part. So but my blood pressure was down a lot more than it was. It's still in like the upper 130s, which he says he'd like to see it in the 120s. But when I was there before, it was in like the upper 140s, and there was times when it was spiking in the 150s. And now when I'm super, super stressed, like it does go up really high. But anyway, it was like 138 over something yesterday. So he said he'd like to see it in the 120s, but it's improved. But I think it was 149 over something, 149 over like 90 something when I was there 3 months ago. And it was like staying like that, and then it has leveled off quite a bit over these last few months. And then what he had asked me to do was, watch what I'm eating, insert daily exercise, and decrease my sodium, which is easy for me because I don't, use a lot of salt anyway. Sorry. Decrease my sodium, which wasn't that big of a deal. Decrease my caffeine, which is a little bit hard for me, but I did stop drinking daily energy drinks. I just drink them mainly on the weekends. I'll have like 1 or 2 a week versus every single day. So I did do that. And my coffee, now I just have coffee only in the morning. I don't do any coffee in the evening. I just drink water, and sometimes I have like a diet soda and just one. So I don't have, so I think that could be helping a lot too. So he was happy with that. And also, to update my weekly weigh-in, I'm down 2 pounds this week, which gives me a grand total of 12 pounds down since I was there 3 months ago. And so he was very excited about that because he asked me to do 10 pounds. So I did 12. So there's my update for this week, down 2 pounds, total of 12 pounds in the last 3 months. And then so my thyroid. So he did 2 tests on my thyroid. So if you have thyroid issues, you may know that they do is it the TSH or THS? But yeah, I think it's the TSH, because I think it's thyroid stimulating hormone, I think is what it stands for. So normally he just runs that one as long as my thyroid's like, he's just doing like just a yearly check on it. He'll run that one. But if it's showing like weird levels, then he will adjust my medication, and then he'll run a free T3. I think that's what it's called. Or is it free T4? No, I'm pretty sure it's free T3 thyroid test. And that one gives you, it's a different, it's like, it does the same thing, but sometimes it gives you, he always tells me it kind of gives you more of an accurate reading of your thyroid mixed with your other one. So when I was there last time, my thyroid was like 6 point something, which is really like, it's very underactive is what it was. It was very underactive thyroid. And so he adjusted my medication and wanted me to check it again here in 3 months. So we just ran it again, and this time it's showing my thyroid was like 0.36, which now it's showing like I have too much, like it's an overactive thyroid now, but it's like right there on the border. He said normal is like 0.35, but my free T3 showed my thyroid normal. So because of that, he wants to just go ahead and leave my medication as is. However, he's going to change my thyroid medication to where I'm not getting generic. It's going to be the name brand here, because here's his what he told me about this. He asked me if I've ever noticed when I've gotten my thyroid medication, when they've given me the generic one, which is what most pharmacies do unless the prescription specifically says not to do it. He says, have you ever noticed your pills being different? I said, yeah, sometimes I'll get them in a bottle. Sometimes I'll get them in like these little packets. And he said, that's because they're from different manufacturers. And he says how he feels is that when they come from different manufacturers, that it is possible that you're getting possibly not getting the same quality of pill, or maybe not even like it's not done the same. It may not be the same, because it's not the same formula, possibly because it's coming from a different manufacturer. That's what he told me. I don't know. I mean, I can only go off of what he's telling me. I don't know. Anyway, so he said because I'm having these fluctuations in my thyroid, he would like to see me take just the name brand one of the medication. Sorry, my hands are cramping. And he says only $9 more typically a month, which is fine because I'm only paying like $4 right now for the generic one. And he said that he'd just like to see how my thyroid reacts to that and if I'm noticing anything different. He's going to check it again in 6 weeks, but he wants to check it again after 3 months of me taking this name brand thyroid medication and seeing what happens then. I don't have to go back to him for 6 more months, but I need to continue to check my blood pressure. If I notice it like getting, worse or not getting better, I'm supposed to contact him and see him sooner. So there you go. There's an update on that. All my other tests were great. My liver function's fantastic. My kidney function's really good. My cholesterol's really good. So we don't have any issues with any of that. So yay. Anyhow, just wanted to give you guys an update on that. Let me know how y'all are doing. I have 3 new recipes in this video, so I will have all those recipes linked down below in the description box, and I will see you guys in the next video, which should be a grocery haul. I'll see you guys then. Bye guys.